Rahuat began all things by first using the all. Greetings to all. This is my white female's SF181 experience. When I first found out about the SF181, it was in 2017. I heard many people talking about the importance of status correction, but some people who I asked had told me that the SF181 wasn't a big deal. They told me that it was for employees of the government and it had no significance to the original peoples of the land in general. So I remember taking the link and printing out at least 5 copies. I took these copies and put them inside of a folder, and they were just sitting in a folder for nearly a year until I opened the drawer one day and I took them back out and I started asking questions again, which led me to someone, and I believe in the law of attraction. So when you are focused on something and you have a desire for truth, then you're gonna attract that that truth into your reality. So I end up meeting someone who was able to break down the SF181 for me, and still, I was still searching for answers and asking questions. And this person that I met introduced me to Chief Nanya Shabu El, which is the only man who has been able to explain the SF181 in a way that no one else has, being as though he was the one who found the SF181 in 2007, and he is the only one who has been speaking about the SF181. He's the only one who has been backing it up, and he is the only one who has been really freeing, our peoples from basically genocide. And after I met the chief, he sent me a link for his webinar, and I remember reading a definition, which was leper supremacy. That definition made me realize just how important it was to correct my ethnicity on the SF181 form, and I did the same thing for my children. So what I want to do is share this definition with you guys, and I'm gonna flip my camera, so that you guys can see what I'm talking about, because this really, in my subconsciously, I really had to get this into my psyche to realize how important this definition is, to the people who don't know what it really means, being as though there's this quote, and I'm going to read it to you guys. I mean, those who are looking for truth, are on their way to, basically exiting this matrix system. So this quote always stuck with me, and that was by Michael Elnor, which said, "Just look at us. Everything is backwards. Everything is upside down. Doctors destroy health. Lawyers destroy justice. Psychiatrists destroy minds. Scientists destroy truth. Major media destroys information. Religions destroy spirituality. And governments destroy freedom." And basically that's what's happening. I already knew this, but I really didn't know how deep down the rabbit hole, this went when it comes to them stealing our commercial statuses, and why we were considered property or chattel. It's because that's what we are when we don't know, what status we are using, especially when we don't know. We are considered to be missing, dead, or lost at sea. We are incompetent. We are like minors. So this definition is going to basically blow your minds for those of you who haven't heard of it or even read it. And this is by far the most I'm sorry, just loading this. This is the best definition that we're all going to get when it comes to leper supremacy. So give me a few, guys. All right, I'll just flip the phone. Okay, so if you guys can see this, you can always look it up. Begin all things by first using the all. Racism, leper supremacy. Racism, leper supremacy is the local, national, global, solar system, galaxy, matrix, 3D holographic, illusionary power system. Now, I want you guys to hear this. Illusionary power system construct and dynamic, structured, and maintained by lepers, albinos, genetically recessive beings who deliberately misidentify themselves as white when they are in fact lepers. Refer to definition above and the holy tablets. In association with other non-planetary and interplanetary entities, whether consciously or subconsciously determined, which consist of patterns of perception, logic, symbol, foundation, thoughts, speech, action, spiritual, mental, temporal, energy, definition, code, language, tone, vibration, frequency, sound, light, resonance, motion, and emotional response as conducted simultaneously in all areas of people, sick, and commercial activity, economics, education, entertainment, commerce, labor, law, politics, religions, military, industry, sports, science, medicine, sex, and war for the ultimate purpose of leper, misnomer white, genetic survival, and to prevent leper misnomer white genetic annihilation on Tiamat, Zeruquia. The Holy Tablets has more information on this. Holy Tablets, chapter 6. So basically, we have misnomer planet Earth. 95% of the planet is water, a planet upon which the vast majority of Ethiopian, Tamarian, Kushite, Melanonites, Nubians, Nubians people are misidentified as blacks, color, Negro, misnomer white, non-white, by leper, misnomer non-white, meaning Ethiopian, Tamarian, Kushite, Melanonites, Nubians. Okay, where am I? Nubians people been and are deliberately misidentified as black, color, Negro, misnomer non-white by the lepers, misnomer non-white, when in fact as per the United States Corporation Race and Ethnicity Identification Form SF181 and the iPads, all Ethiopians, Taramean, Kushite, Melanonites, Nubians, people are in fact white, and all of the Ethiopians, Taramean, Kushite, Melanonites, Nubians, people misidentify as black, colored, Negro, misnomer, non-white are genetically dominant in terms of skin coloration, melanin compared to the genetic recessive. Okay, guys, and there you have that definition. But if that doesn't blow your mind, I don't know what else will. So now I'm going to show you the SF181, and I'm going to read to you the definitions. Okay, give me a second. Okay, here we go. Okay, so on the SF181, we're going to go to the racial category and the definition of category: American Indian or Alaska Native. A person having origins in any of the original peoples of North and South America, including Central America, and who maintains tribal affiliation or community attachment. Okay, that's for American Indian and Alaska Native. Now, when we go to Asian, we have a person having origins in any of the original peoples of the Far East, Southeast Asia, or the Indian subcontinent, including, for example, Cambodia, China, India, Japan, Korea, Malaysia, and Pakistan, the Philippine Islands, Thailand, and Vietnam. We also have Native Hawaiian or other Pacific Islander, a person having origins in any of the original peoples of Hawaii, Guam, Samoa, or other Pacific Islands. Now, when we come to the definition of white, a person having origins in any of the original peoples of Europe, the Middle East, or North Africa. Now, if you notice, all of these definitions and these categories are pertaining to the original peoples. Now, when we talk about Black or African American, we're talking about the definition here: a person having origins in any of the Black racial groups of Africa. So it doesn't say anything about the original peoples. So that goes to show you how they are playing this game on all of us. Basically, they're trying to keep us as property. This is why the SF181 is really important. And, I suggest that if you want more information regarding the SF181, that you speak to Chief Nanya Shabuel. Also, give me 1 second, guys. So what I will do personally is I will put a link with his information on my Facebook video, along with this video that I created, so that if you guys have any questions, then you can contact Chief Nanya Shabuel, and maybe he will get you on the webinar to answer all of your questions pertaining to the SF181. And the moment you get on that webinar, you are going to see things with so much clarity, the way I did. And that's when I decided, once I met the chief, he explained it so well that, I took those papers out of my drawer and I finally filled them out, not for just myself, also for my children as well. And this form, it made me feel liberated in some type of way, because I can't even explain the feeling I had. I just felt like, as a responsible parent, I owe it to my children to break the generational curse. And, there are more things that have to be done when you're on this path, but this is a start right here. The SF181 is a huge start. And if you want to break the generational curse as well, not only for yourself, but for your family, your friends, or your children, then I suggest you get on board now and start doing what you have to do. I love you guys. Up you, Gador. Peace.